I'm Elyse. I'm one of the owners of Riverfront Jiu Jitsu.
I'm Elyse Shaw, the other owner of Riverfront Jiu Jitsu. I'm very open about my past. I've struggled with addiction a large portion of my life. Jiu Jitsu was something I was looking for, something different to get into. I was out of shape, looking for something to, just find something new to kind of fill that hole that had been left from, getting clean. When you quit, especially something like an opiate addiction or alcohol, anything where there's like a real physical withdrawal. I mean, everything's horrible, any kind of addiction, but I always just kind of felt like I still, like there was this hole, like you almost feel like a best friend died or you lost a loved one, because it's, that's who you lean on for problems.
When we first got together, it was at the end of his addiction, so that was honestly a difficult part. I wouldn't say the hardest part because I didn't know you through the main part of his addiction. However, finally getting off of drugs completely is a really difficult phase, and I think us being together and the support that we have for each other really helped that. But I also was very supportive of him being at jiu-jitsu all the time.
I got to a certain point, I was 28 years old, I was overweight, I was unhappy at work. I loved, I had a passion for combat sports always. When I found jiu-jitsu, it's something that I felt like immediately from my first class, I felt like it filled that hole. It was just something that I had always been looking for. The camaraderie between the guys, everything that everyone who trains jiu-jitsu agrees with. It just quickly becomes just a huge part of your life, and thank God, man. I don't know where I'd be if I didn't start it, but I definitely wouldn't be here.
Being a part of We Defy, we didn't know what that would entail when we first got into it. So it was brought to our attention, we thought it was a great cause, and once we got our first sponsored athlete, that's when we could really see the benefits that it really brought to these people.
My mother's father was a veteran, suffered, had PTSD horribly, and took his own life, unfortunately. And that's something that I always saw how that affected my mom. And it made me realize how important this can be to some people, how this could literally save some people's lives. So it was easy for me to get behind and jump on. And when we got our first We Defy, sponsored athlete, man, just like seeing the change in the guy and seeing just the weight loss and the confidence and the guy showing up all the time.
One of the big things I attribute the We Defy with is definitely getting your confidence back. Well, I'm Stefan Talabisco, retired Sergeant First Class with the Delaware Army National Guard. I also spent 5 years in the United States Marine Corps and then switched over to the National Guard. My father was in the military, and so was my grandfather and some of my family members. So I kind of really wanted to just go in the military and serve my country and have a purpose in life. So I went in the infantry in the Marine Corps and was a 0331, which was a machine gunner. I really enjoyed being in the military. A lot of camaraderie, that's the biggest thing I like, unit cohesiveness, the camaraderie. So I got out in 2016, man, what a transition that was. That really brought on some dark times. I never thought it would be that hard to transition from the military into civilian life. I was very depressed, had a lot of anxiety. I was in the bathroom in the shower dry heaving. I was so nervous and had so much anxiety. I was in a dark place. But Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the We Defy group, hands down, best thing I've done. I'm a lot more patient than I normally am. I got a lot more confidence. I'm a lot healthier. Definitely love the way you guys are helping out veterans. Just like a big family. It's like I would sit down with any of these guys and eat Sunday dinner with them. If I need something, I can call these guys up and they'll be at my front doorstep if I need something. They'll give the shirt off their back to you. So that's the kind of stuff that I was looking for. That's the kind of stuff I found right here with Riverfront Jiu Jitsu, and that's exactly what I found with doing the We Defy. Bunch of guys, same mentality, been through the same struggles that you have, can understand if you're having a bad day, can understand if you hit that dark period in your life, if you're having some stress and anxiety. They're like, hey man, come on in, we'll get a couple rolls in, kick that problem right off you and go out and enjoy your day. That's what I found here, and that's why I'm sticking with it. I can't speak for any other gyms, but here you're working more towards helping the person out and getting them to grow with jiu-jitsu. It's not a competition here. It's more you grow, we help each other grow, and we help each other get better. Again, Billy and Elyse run an excellent program. I would do anything for these guys. And I would do anything for the We Defy. You guys really put me on the right track.
I knew right away that this is something we were going to be with forever. And especially through our first fundraiser, and it was a huge success, and it just felt so good to raise this money. I knew that we were going to change a lot of lives with it. Look, I like to do things that make me feel good, and helping other people makes me feel good. Everybody wants to help the veterans, you know what I mean? And I think this is the best way. This is the medicine. You can try a million different things. You can try prescriptions. You can try, going in therapy and talking to somebody, but this is what's going to do it in my mind. And I think everybody trains jiu-jitsu agrees. You know what it is once you know what it is, and there's only one way to find out, and that's to step on the mat. Like I said, I don't know war, but I know PTSD. I've been through a lot in my addiction years, and it just feels like this is the way that I'm making up for that, for all the wrongs that I've done. Being able to change people's lives, we're going to keep growing this. It's going to be huge, and the world is going to know what it is.